the greatest of gameplay. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Atratzu, and today I'm going to share my thoughts on Hero Clicker before I uninstall it, because I've pretty well had enough of this game, but you'll hear and understand why in a little bit very soon. So, first to cross off things right off the bat, Clicker Heroes, or Hero Clicker if you're like me and apparently can't read, was developed by Playsaurus and released on Steam May 2015. I don't recall when I started playing this, but it was definitely something that I was like, wait, I played Cookie Clicker, I will try this now. And so then I tried this game out. I've played a total of 1,678 hours of this game. That being said, it's an idle game, so it runs in the background of your computer. And some might not even agree that it's a game whatsoever. And I'm not going to get into the semantics on that. I definitely see the validity of such an argument. There's really not much going on. So, we're actually at a pretty far point into the game, and I'm gonna reset to a earlier point, but it might look a little busy right now. It starts out really simple, and then you progressively get more and more, and it's more and more compounded. So you get the hang of it really quickly after a little bit. So we're just going to use my current game as is, and I'm going to explain the different goals and objectives that you have inside of this game. So just a warning, this game, like said, being a clicker, if you're susceptible to addiction or getting yourself into trouble by wanting to do that, then you might have troubles playing this game, or you might not. You just might want to avoid it altogether, and I definitely would not blame you in that regard. For me, I like clicker games, kind of, because they generally let me do something in the background. I check in every once in a while. The thing is that after a certain point, even I'm just like, I'm over this. I'm going to not play this game for a really long time. And I'm thinking this is going to be the video that I'm going to make. After this video is done, I'm just going to, I might check it occasionally, but I'm pretty much finished. I'm not going to try to log in and keep it in the background and take care of this and that for very much longer. I'm just exhausted from it. So I'm ready to move on to other clicker games. Even though I don't have all the achievements for this one, I just don't feel like trying to get all the achievements for this one because it's going to take way too long, and I'm not a fan. I don't want anything to do with that. I am tired, and I've seen these sprites for so long. I don't want to do this anymore, guys. I just want to go home. So, yeah. Let's start off with the basics. So, you'll notice that it's counting down automatically. When you start the game by, let's get out of idle mode. You do damage to an enemy by clicking on them. So, we can just go back this way. How far back can we go? This is going to take way too long. So, clicking on the enemy is how you do damage. But then as you click, you then get to purchase upgrades and heroes, and then you level up those heroes to higher points. It's very fun starting out, like I said. And at the end of this, we'll just reset to an earlier point so you can see what it's like when you start out. But basically the concept is you click to do damage, and then once you're done clicking, it dies, it drops gold. After it drops gold, let's see if we can get to an earlier level. After it dies and draws gold, then you, there we go. After it dies and draws gold, you use that gold to purchase upgrades, and the vicious cycle begins. And that is basically how it works. Now you'll notice that it's in farm mode, so it makes sure that it stays right here. If we turn that off, it will try to kill things one at a time. We're not ready for this, though. So, let's just look over this. These are all the different heroes that I have at this point. Not much to say about that. As you get more and more gold, you can hire higher and higher leveled ones, and then you got gilded features. I don't know. We're not going to talk about that. Each hero does different things, and it makes a big difference in the beginning of the game, but once you get to forest level 1,979, you kind of stop caring about all these extra features. Starting out, it's like, oh man, I get click storm. You click that, and it clicks really fast, and they go, ooh. You can click along with that, and you do even more clicking. You'll notice sometimes big numbers show up, and that means that you critical click. And then you get power surge from this guy, Ivan the Drunk Brawler. And you're like, I want this one, and then that increases your DPS for 30 seconds. Woo, so impressive. And yeah, you just stop caring after a while. These are the achievements in the game. Not all the achievements here are linked with Steam. Some were added though, like when they added Ancient Souls to the game, which lets you reset the game a whole nother time, so we'll hold that thought. You got your Ascension, Transcension, Stats. I never actually spent much time on that. These are what you spend Hero Souls on, and that's not worth explaining right now. These are items that you unlock. That's not worth explaining right now. This is the guild that I have set up, message board, today's raid. You got a raid creature, yesterday's raid, members, manage, options. Not much to say about that. You have quests, who you get to then send them out. I don't remember at what level you unlock them, but then you send them out on whatever they need to do. You can send them out for a long time. You can send them out for a short time. The quests are completely random. They got different perks. Not much else to say about that one. This is the latest one, and the reason why I'm just like, I'm over this. I don't want to play anymore. You transcend, and to transcend, you gain Ancient Souls, which you then spend on these guys to increase your abilities when you play again. So you can increase the effectiveness of Solomon, which is this particular person here. And then that's to get Hero Souls. Like, it sounds really weird, and it's probably going to be easier when I just reset this level. But let's just do that then. So you get to a certain point, and then you get to ascend for this amount, and that will be added to your Hero Souls. So let's ascend. Wait, no, let's ascend. There's a button over here to ascend, but I want to look for the guy over here as well. Here he is. Ascension. So, do you wish to ascend? You will gain this amount of souls. To all damage, you will keep this, and this, and this. Yes, let's ascend. So, welcome to level 1. Where you click, and you just keep on clicking to get gold. Like I said early on, this is how you start. Then you bring off that mode, and then you go here. It's like, okay, now what do we do? Well, we can do this. And so now you level this guy up, and now it's going like this. But since I've Hero Souls, and I've spent these Hero Souls on different idols. Wait, are they idols? Ancients? Different ancients to be able to purchase passive upgrades. So when I'm idle, I do even more damage, and then when I get Hero Souls, I get even more. And as you get Hero Souls, that increases your damage as well. So the beginning part becomes faster and faster every single time you go through it. And then you just upgrade. Now you will notice that trying to click like this, that gets a little bit old. So you can hold down Shift. That'll let you increase purchase by 10s if you have the currency to do so. And then you can go beyond that. And you can hold down Control, and that'll let you buy things by the 100s. You can hold down Z, which will let you buy them at 25s, which I don't know why you would do that. I guess if you really wanted to. So those are the different controls that you have for that. And as you upgrade, you gain higher and higher DPS bonuses. I'm going to turn this off. I don't know how everyone else feels about these sound effects, but I get very tired of them. I only turn them on for this beginning part. We're going to do it in silence, because this is what you normally hear. What I normally hear when I play Clicker Hero, absolutely nothing. So there used to be, this button used to do something, and it would change the sprites, but it doesn't do anything anymore. But we'll just turn that off there. So then it's like, okay, so it's been running for a little bit. We've gotten up quite a few levels. Let's just now purchase a bunch of upgrades. Woohoo. Yay. Fantastic. The ultimate gameplay. The best of gameplay. And this lady has increased DPS of all heroes. I've seen this for so long. It is the most uninspiring thing. After thousands of hours of doing this again and again and again, you really just stop caring. I have no care whatsoever. You can use those moves. Now they're on a 6-minute cooldown. You can spend your hero souls just like for leveling up your heroes. You can hold down Control if you want to spend them by the hundreds, and that might be something that you want to do for like this one. Or you can hold down Z, and in this case it's 1,000. And so you can spend 1,000 on the Ancient Solomon. And so if you do that, now that costs hero souls, which means that I've lost some of the damage that I'd have for hero souls. Instead, you can go to this Ancient, and you can bank them away, and they'll do just a tiny bit more damage than they would normally do. And you can use other upgrades here, so this will make the idle DPS even better. And you want to do this once, you get more hero souls. It's a vicious cycle that you just keep on doing again and again and again. Very repetitive, very grindy. But it doesn't feel that way, at least at first, because you're busy doing other things, and you just come check into the game and be like, oh, well, that's all for that, and then you just close it. That's one of the nice things about Hero Clicker, is that you can close out of the game, and then you can come back and play it after you've farmed up some from being AFK. Like I said, I was attracted initially to AFK games because it felt like I was getting stuff done. So I could play one game and then check into this game, and it was like doing dailies in other games. It's something that I get addicted to very easily, and I can play a lot of. And then as you play more, so ta-da, our heroes are back. Now we can collect. We didn't get anything. Let's send them out on that one. We got a 10%. We got nothing for that one. Let's send them out on that one. So as your heroes come back, this one will come back with the possibility of getting an item, which then you can equip, and then the different items have different stats. You also, after you clear zone 100, you get a slime, which will give you an item as well. And there are achievements that related to that, and I've just done so many of these, and I don't even care anymore. You can see I've made a push all the way to level 3,000. That was about like a couple months of not ascending. So if I wanted to go even higher than that, it's going to be more than a couple months, and it's just, you just have to pump in a crazy amount of time into the quote game to be able to do that. And as you can see, I am strategically planning out what the easiest achievements I can possibly get so far are. If I can just bury 3 more mercenaries, I'll get this achievement, which I believe is also a Steam achievement, and that'll be good because the achievements in this game also normally give you some kind of benefit, or anyways, they used to give you a benefit. Maybe that's been removed. And yeah, the last thing to talk about is transcending, and this is something that I kind of really don't want to do even for the demonstration. It's basically, so okay, let's recap the basics. You transcend, you ascend, you get a hero soul or hero souls, and then you spend those hero souls summoning these idols, which then these become your heroes that you're clicking on, if you will. And then these idols will boost everything else up, and then you just keep on doing that cycle again and again and again. And then fast forward to a point when they upgraded and they updated everything, and now you keep on doing this again and again, and as you get more hero souls, you get a chance to transcend for ancient souls. And now if you transcend, this should show it, you will gain 2 ancient souls transcendent power. You will keep ancient souls, your rubies, outsiders, mercenaries, clans, and purchase guilds, which will be restored gradually. Guilds and rubies, we haven't spoken about that. So I think I clicked on the fish dude at one point, just because I do. There's a little fish, orange fish critter that shows up randomly, and if you click on him, you get yourself, there's the relic ooze. There's our relic. We'll look at that in just a little bit. You click on him, and you get a ruby. You go in here. By the way, I've not bought any rubies. This is just because I have no life. And you can go in here, and you can buy a quick ascension, which will then give you all these points. It's based on the highest that you've gotten to so far. And then you can buy random relics or gilded heroes. If you get this, you unlock those, and ta-da, these heroes now are gilded. Okay, so what does that mean? Good question. I'm glad you asked. So let's find a hero that not all of these heroes are gilded. Well, this hero is not gilded. A gilded hero is basically an improved version of that hero. Their armor changes a little bit. They look different from what they'd look like starting out, and that's really all there is to say about it. Does it show how many gilded? Okay, so as you can see at the bottom of this tooltip on Tree Beast, he has a gilded bonus of 9 times. So whatever damage that he normally does, it's increased plus 450% damage. So getting guilds can also help you out in that regard. You gain guilds also as you play through the game. So before we reset and before I started recording, I actually had reached a new high point, and I got myself a chest in the bottom right. You click that, it gives you a free gilded hero, and the gilded heroes are given at complete random. Let's just spend some of these so it can go even faster. The windows scale really well, by the way. Normally, oh, we should get these, because this guy increases how much gold you get from drops, so that's something you always want to do. And we'll just do that, and you can almost get him to 1,000. 1,000 was the next hurdle that I had to face after getting the basic stuff, and then you get 1,000, and it keeps on going, but after you get enough hero souls and everything else, nothing else matters. So those are gilded heroes, and this is what we got, so we can look at this and be like, alright, 2.25 levels to Kawamamaru, Ancient of Shadows. Monsters required to advance to the next level. I don't have that one, so I don't want it. I don't know if it would actually, this is something that I didn't take time to look up. I don't know if it actually would work or not. I don't know if you don't have the ancient that's on the armor, if you still get the bonus with it or not. I assume you don't, but I don't know. +1 to Liberate, Ancient of Freedom, Ancient Thieves, Juggernaut, it doesn't matter. Don't care. The stuff that I keep is Chance of Primal Bosses. That's the one that you want. So certain bosses will give you certain things. And after you get to level 50, level 50 is a boss fight. And level 100, every 100 and every 50 is a boss fight. So every amount of 50s. Stuff is dying too fast. You got to wait until it catches up to be able to actually see anything with it. But at every 50, if you have a higher chance of primal bosses, you have a higher chance of getting hero souls. So that's why we have hero souls now. We didn't get hero souls until after level 100. That's when primal bosses became available. So that's why it's in the online guide that I looked up that was just like, hey, you should get this. And I was like, okay, I don't know why not. So that's why this is the first one that I summoned. But there's a meta for how you want to play and what the best thing to put your points in and how most effectively to grind this game. And there are a couple different strategies, which if you really want to get into it, you certainly can. And it's not completely unredeemable if you make a mistake. If you make a mistake with this stuff, all you got to do is you have to transcend. And when you transcend, you can choose to respec your transcension also. So you can keep the levels that you got there, or you can transcend and just get rid of them all. This is Ruby, by the way. Remember, we were talking about in here spending these rubies. You click on this person. Yay, +1 ruby. And you go in here, and you're just like, I got one. Yay, I want to buy an auto clicker. That's something that we haven't shown yet. So I'm bored. Let's put that there. Yay, now he can level up for me. Yay, now that can be leveled up for me. So there might come a time when you would do that. You can also set them someplace else. So I can set it here, and now that clicks for me as well. So you can set that down or have a bonus that lets it be used differently. I wonder if I can put that on this. Let's try this. No, I can't. That wouldn't make sense if you could do that. So you can't do that. So you can set them up to auto click. If you have them just one clicker, you can put 2 here, so it increases the amount that you get through clicking. So there are some heroes and some ancients that increases the damage that you get from clicking. Let's see here. Is that one here? Primal reward. Ancient. No. Can I show? Can I summon any more? I've summoned them all. Summon an ancient. So I can summon more ancients. So these are some of the other ancients that are available. If I wanted to, I could summon one for 800 hero souls. And I don't care about any of these enough. So could increase gold dropped. Increase the duration of gold clicks, so you could be really active and get a bunch of heroes, get a bunch of ancients that help increase your clicking, and you need to be more active in the game then. This increases metal detector length, and this increases chance of gold. So, you know, gold dropped and gold chance times 10 gold. Nah, I don't know. I don't mess with them any. I've found the ones that I like, so these are the ones that I tend to use. The gilded one's nice. Dora the Explorer. I like that reference. Dora the Ancient of Discovery. Dora the Explorer. And yeah, if you want to know more about these, look up a guide. I'm the definition of apathy when it comes to this game. I'm done. I'm done with this game. So, you might still see me playing it occasionally, but I think 1,678 hours is a little bit too much. And again, I haven't really played these, so yeah. I'm heading out. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. I'm switching to other AFK games. I'll definitely let you know how those games go, but we're not having anything to do with Hero Clicker anymore. And the only time I bring it up is if I'm joking with people. It is fun to be like, I don't have anything to stream. I'm going to stream Hero Clicker. And then everyone goes, no, please don't. I'm just like, I showed you who's boss. But yeah, thanks for watching. My name is Atratzu, and stay tuned for the next coverage of the amazing clicking interactivity game of video games. And oh, I don't even know. I'm gonna go lay down.